Welkom bij CEO's op koers. In deze reeks stap ik bij CEO's in de auto en op weg naar hun volgende bestemming ga ik met ze in gesprek. Over de PwC CEO Survey en over de kansen en uitdagingen die ze voor hun eigen onderneming zien. We zijn op de grachten in Amsterdam voor een ontmoeting met Sander van het Noordende. Hij is CEO van Randstad. Welcome, Sander, to CEO's on Track.
Thank you, Paul. Great to be here.
Yeah, we agreed to do this conversation in English.
Of course.
So what's the point in doing it in English? Because
Randstad is a global company, and we have all the Randstad people around the world want to listen to the conversation, I guess.
So because we're in Amsterdam right now, but most of your time you spend in the United States, I understand.
Yes, home is the United States, but of course, being the CEO of Randstad, I spent quite a bit of time here in Amsterdam, about a third of my time, because obviously our headquarters are here, and our European business is also very significant, which is about 60% of our business.
What brings you to Amsterdam this time? Any specific?
So next week we have our general shareholder meeting. The annual meeting. So that's a big deal. So we have a board meeting. Our chairman is retiring from the board, so we celebrate his career at Randstad. So it's a couple of important occasions.
And the traveling, doesn't that wear you out?
Let me say one thing. It gets a little harder every year. The jet lag. So I just came in this morning from Dallas, actually. And it's okay, but I'm not 25 anymore. Let me put it like that. So it gets a little harder.
Okay, and what do you do to cope with the stress and the tiring of?
Well, I got
travel.
One piece of advice from a former colleague, Mark Foster, when I asked him. He said, "Sander, you know what you have to do? Sleep whenever you can, wherever you can."
Okay.
So getting sufficient sleep, whether it's on the plane or in the car or a little nap, I mean, it's really important.
Okay, well, let's keep it awake for
I'll try to stay awake for the ride
for the next couple of minutes. So, how do you maintain a healthy work-life balance?
I have sort of one rule. The week is for work and the weekend is for myself or for the family. That's how I try to do it. And that works well for me.
Randstad is a Dutch talent company with presence all over the globe. I believe it's 39 countries.
39 countries, yeah.
So does that bring specific challenges to the company?
Well, obviously, I mean, we're a global brand. We're the global leader in the talent space, if you will. We are Randstad. We have our own core values: to know, to serve, to trust, to know our clients, to know our talents, to serve our clients and talents, and to build trust with our clients and talents. So we're really one company. But in every country, I mean, you have your own ways of doing business. So in Japan, you see Randstad the Japanese way. In Italy, you see Randstad Italian style. Mm-hmm. But it's always Randstad. Mm-hmm.
And do you adapt to the fully to the styles in the different countries?
Well, we work from our core values. So we're one company. We work in the same way, but obviously the way business is done in Germany is different than the way business is done in North America, and we have to do business with our clients the way they want to do business with us. So yes, we adapt to the local market, to the demands in the local market, what kind of talent is needed, to the clients, what industries are more important than others. In New York, it's all about banking. In Germany, it's all about automotive. Here in the Netherlands, it's a lot of high tech these days. So I mean, you have to adapt to your clients.
Mm-hmm. A very hot topic appears to be diversity and inclusion in a lot of businesses, but I suppose specifically for a talent company, it's a people's business. So I think diversity and inclusion is a very hot topic.
Yeah, we like to call it equity. We have set a new vision for Randstad, which is to be the world's most equitable and specialized talent company. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to equitable, I mean, it's really important because talent is scarce these days. Populations in our main markets are aging. That means there's more work to be done for more people by fewer people. So if talent is scarce, you need everybody on the pitch. So you need people from all walks of life. Men, women, LGBTQ people, people with a disability, different ethnic backgrounds. You need everybody on the pitch. And for us at Randstad, it's really important that we are connected to all those talent pools. But it's also important that we ensure the playing field is level. So everybody gets a fair shot at getting into the finish line or the starting line at our clients, I would say.
Outside the people's business Randstad is in, other leaders, what would your advice be to them to make amends towards these
Well, it's. I mean,
groups?
for our clients, it's the same as for us at Randstad. You know, our clients need to make sure that they get the best talent on board to serve their customers in the best possible way. And if you want to have the best talent in your company, you need to look everywhere and not just in one or two places. But then you also need to create an environment where everybody feels comfortable at work. I like to say nobody has to leave anything by the door. And that's really important, and that's what we work a lot on with our clients, how to make that happen. We work a lot with our clients where to find people. We work a lot with our clients. So what should your employee value proposition be? And these days it's not only about salary and benefits. No, it's about flexibility. Can I decide where to work, when to work? It's about, do I feel comfortable at work? Are there people like me in my work environment? Am I respected? Do I have an opportunity to contribute? Can I learn and grow? Can I make a career? You know, there's many aspects to life at work, so to speak. And we're always willing to help and give advice and make sure the environment at the client is organized in the right way for everybody to thrive.
Yeah, and within the Randstad, groups of people with the same background are in place.
Yeah, so we have our business resource groups. Which are groups of people with different backgrounds. People with, we have the Latin group in North America. We have the LGBTQ Pride network in many places across the world. We have women's networks. We have the group of people with a disability. And they really keep us sharp. And I think that's a very important role that they are playing. Is they say, Randstad, you know, you need to lead from the front. So they tell us, you know, this is important to us. This is where we can do better. So there's a good dialogue between us and those BRGs. Yes.
Yeah. Are you yourself a role model in equitability?
Well, everybody is a role model because. Well, I'm a member of the LGBTQ community, so yeah, people look at me and think, okay, if Sandler can make a career, I can make a career here too. But not only the boss, quote unquote, is a role model. Everybody who shows up at the office and says hello or not to the receptionist is a role model.
Okay. And did you experience difficulties coming to this level?
No,
in your career, or was you lucky?
I was very lucky. Well, very lucky. It's a mix of luck and a little bit of courage, because you know when you're gay, at some point in time you need to decide to come out. And when I joined my first employer, after 2 weeks there was an office party, and I had then to decide: am I going to bring my boyfriend at the time or not? And I decided to do it. And everything was fine, and I think it was a very important decision in my career because I had nothing to hide anymore. Let me put it like that, and that makes you sort of free to focus on the work and the clients and your colleagues and everything that needs to be done in the workplace. So that was a very good decision. But you know, there's a bit of luck. Are you in the right environment? And a bit of courage. So a bit of both.
Okay, and but that works for you. Are things better now than they were 20, 30 years ago?
Well, absolutely. If you just look at the websites of all the major corporations, you see people of different backgrounds. You see pride networks. You know, you see people. You can find people like yourself. So I think companies have become much more open, much more diverse. much more international also. So I think there's lots of progress has been made over the last 50 years. Still a lot of progress to make as well. So the journey is not yet complete. Let me put it like that.
Something you said about keeping the talents happy as well is very important. What is it talent wants nowadays?
Yeah, good question.
And is there a difference between generations and different countries, different groups?
Yeah.
Or is there a clear development?
It's almost everybody wants something, or a combination of things. It's almost a personal desire. What do I mean by that? We did some research. We have the ABC of talent, we call it. Mm-hmm. The A stands for ambition. 50% of people says when asked that they are ambitious. Mm. 50% says, no, I'm actually fine in the job that I have. Then there's 50% of people that says balance is more important than pay. And 50% says pay is more important than balance. And then there is the C is about connection. There 70% of people say, well, I feel connected to my employers and the leadership in my company, so that's good news. At the same time, there are still 50% of people who do not share something about themselves at work. So you sort of see that there's great variation in what people are looking for. And then there is, I call them the assertive third. And this is 1/3 of people says, if I don't feel comfortable at work, I quit. If I don't get flexible work to the extent that I like, I quit. If there is no learning and growing for me at this company, I quit. So it's a multi-dimensional Sudoku, and it's almost like I have to talk to you, Paul, as an individual. What do you want? And I'm going to try to make that happen. I think so. It's very personal these days.
So it's a hard job for Randstad.
It's a hard job for Randstad
to keep everybody happy.
Exactly. But for all employers, well, obviously you cannot always keep everybody happy. But let's say when I started work, I mean, you got your salary and a car. That was very important in those days, and then you just worked. But there's more variation today, and there's different generations, of course, also at work. Because what's interesting, we talk a lot about the Gen Z and the younger folks, but the cadre of people that of which the labor participation has grown most over the last decade is the group of people between 55 and 70. Mm-hmm. So there's more
demographics are
at work too. Yeah. So there's more older people or more senior people at work than ever before.
I'd like to talk a bit about leadership. What is your style as a leader of the company?
Well, what I enjoy
what kind of leader would you like to be?
Well, let's say what I enjoy most is to do something special with a good group of people. That's what business is about, I would say. I think it's extremely important to have a vision and a direction for the company, so clear strategy, because strategy ensures that the leadership team is aligned, meaning we're all working in the same direction. That's one. Then secondly, driving real results, tangible results, is really important, because that tells you that strategy is working or not. And then thirdly, I would say you make sure you have a bit of fun along the way. That's sort of the special sauce, if you will. Having fun is really important in life, because work is a very important part of your life. If you're not enjoying that, what's the point? So having fun along the way is really important.
And how do you manage to bring that to your employees as well?
Well, we've worked hard on our strategy as Randstad. We have said we want to be a partner for talent along the lines of 4 specializations: Randstad Operational, Randstad Professional, Randstad Digital, Randstad Enterprise. So everybody in Randstad is now aligned to one of those specializations. That's an important way to bring the strategy to life. We talked about equitable. I mean, that is something that is in the heart of every Randstad employee. We want to make the match for all people. And we go out to our clients and make that happen. We bring it to life every day. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay, and Are you approachable to the people you work with, or are you?
I like to think I am. Yesterday I was out with the team at one of our clients. We had a great conversation about what's the client looking for. Are they happy? How can we do better? Are we using the latest technology that we have available as Randstad, and how excited are the teams about that? So, I like to hang out with teams and clients. Absolutely.
In the PwC CEO survey, CEOs talked about the major concerns they have, like economic volatility, geopolitics was of importance, inflation.
Of course.
Are those severe issues for Randstad as well, or do you have other concerns?
Well, for
fears?
us, it's all about the economy. What's happening in manufacturing, what's happening in technology, what's happening in banking. Our clients, are they busy for their clients? Are they hiring new people? Do they need more people to work in the production or in the logistics? So the economic indicators are the most important for us as leading indicators for our business. So we look at what are the PMIs in the various countries, what is the unemployment rate. That's sort of the main focus for us. Everything around talent, employment, and the labor market.
So much more than, for instance, inflation. Geopolitics, is that?
Geopolitics has an impact on our clients' business and therefore on our business. But geopolitics is not directly of influence.
In itself, not very important for us. So it's all about the economy. Yeah, it's the economy stupid.
Exactly.
So that's for.
And therefore, the inflation, which is now coming down, which is good. That means interest rates can come down again, and that is hopefully positive for economic activity, which is then in turn good for Randstad. Okay. So that's sort of the switch we need to make in 24.
Yeah. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, let's say, and then we as Randstad need to be ready to help our clients and to have the talent ready to get the work done. That's our job.
Another thing CEOs point out in the CEO survey was the artificial intelligence. AI is very important. Is it for Randstad as well?
AI is a massive opportunity for us at Randstad because it helps us do a better job for our clients and talent. And we're already using that. We're using AI in interview scheduling, fairly simple, in CV writing, in job advert writing, in matching of jobs and talents. We can work faster, make better matches to make our clients happier and our talents happier. So I think it's a massive opportunity.
There's been some concern in the Netherlands about some major corporations that appear to consider leaving the country altogether because they're no longer happy with the business climate in the Netherlands. Is that an issue for Randstad? Would Randstad ever consider leaving Diemen? with that
well, let's say it's definitely not on the table as we speak. Obviously, we benefit from a good business climate because our clients benefit from a good business climate. So it's very much in our interest to have a good business climate in Netherlands. And for us, it's all about having the right talent in the Netherlands. So that means we need to be open to also international talent coming to the Netherlands, especially in the world of technology, in the world of finance. We need to make sure in Netherlands that we have good schools and good training. We as Randstad contribute also to training. So the quality of the talent in the country is really important, and everything that we can do to make that better, I think we are supportive of.
And what would your advice be to the government to make sure the business climate remains attractive for a lot of Dutch companies?
Yeah, well, I would say to the government, companies and talent have options. Companies can organize themselves somewhere else, not from one day to another, but we have seen some big companies already leave, which is not good. But talent, international talent, has options too. If the climate is better in Germany, good people will go to Germany, and we don't have the people to do the work here. So there's competition out there, and in that field, you need to make sure you're competitive as a country. Now, let's say I don't think all is lost, not at all. We are a great country. We have great companies, we have great schools, we have great talent. But let's say we should not take it for granted. I think that's the message more here than everything is terrible and we need to do something about it. No, we need to stay where we are and see how we can do a little bit better every day.
So we don't have to fear Randstad leaving the Netherlands?
Not at all, no.
Not at all? Not yet or not at all?
Not at all.
Not at all, okay. Well, that's a relief. Yeah. Well, Sander, this is about it. We're near Randstad headquarters in Diemen.
Almost back to work, I would say, yes.
Thank you very much for this conversation.
Well, thank you, Paul. It was
very nice
great to meet you.